Welcome back, everyone, to the Millennium Dawn mod, Hearts of Iron 4. And, wait, what? Okay, never mind. I guess I clicked something wrong. Last time we left off with the Congo, and this time now, there was a patch, so there's a few bugs, but the game seems to work. I'm just gonna be running it right now, just to show you. Yep, it's not crashing, somehow. I'm not sure how they managed to do that to make an update that doesn't crash the game, but yes, all the portraits are faces, and yeah, that's not good, but it's playable. And also there's some weird stuff in Saudi Arabia. Not really sure what that's supposed to be about, but yes, there's a few bugs, but it's playable. I'm gonna get back to you once I'm ready to attack NATO. Because yes, this time we will finally attack NATO. And oh right, I had this over here, I need to defend that. Yes, whenever I'm ready, I'm gonna declare war and join you next time once I'm ready. Of course, Germany being there is very helpful. And then maybe we're gonna go after the CSTO just to end it, end the playthrough. And then I'm gonna look for something to replace this playthrough because it's been going on forever and I want to get it over with. So yes, I'm gonna see you when I'm ready. Okay, so I am mostly ready. My preparations include, now, I have two armies on the French front, as you may remember. One of them, mostly a defensive one, of mountaineers. You need to get there. And, yeah, you need to get there too. And oh, that's not gonna be good. They're gonna break through there, most likely. Kind of annoying. Oh well, we're gonna break through in the north, because once we get through these forts of the new Maginot Line, I guess I'm gonna call it, it's only level 1 forts, so nothing too major. Once I get through those and I get through the French forces defending the Vosges area and the Rhone and the Bourgogne, once I get into Bourgogne Plains and Champagne and Ile-de-France, it's a straight shot to Paris, it's a straight shot to the Channel ports, and then once that is completed, I'm going to swing around my Mountaineer army towards the Pyrenees, as you can see, and then they're going to go ahead and head into Spain and Portugal. Hopefully, by that moment, we're going to be strong enough to take out whatever is in France. There's also the problem of Belgium and the Netherlands, but they're all plains and forests, so our mechanized forces should be able to very easily punch through and get to the Netherlands ports as well. In the meantime, I have 22 divisions, which should be way more than enough to deal with Slovenia, and then hopefully way more than enough to deal with Croatia as well. Once we start to get to Hungary and Slovakia, things are going to get pretty hard, I'm thinking, but I'm going to still try to push through into Poland as well. And wow, that's a mouthful. Zachodniopomorskie. Zachodniopomorskie. Well, thanks, Poland. As always, very useful. I mean, obviously, Pomorskie is to the sea, or near the sea, or on the sea, just like Pomorze Gdańskie, but still, thanks, Poland. And Zachodnio, I have no idea what that could be. The weak spot would be Greece. I do not have enough forces to protect Greece, and I have a fleet here. Oh. I didn't realize I had this fleet. Oh well, this fleet can do search and destroy in the Adriatic. My fleets, I have deployed my experienced fleet to the Tyrrhenian to protect my trade coming into Genoa and La Spezia, and also to surround the forces that are in Corsica for France. And then I have my secondary navy deployed in the Western Mediterranean to try at least contest the area around there, protect my trade nodes, and hopefully do some damage to the French and Spanish navies. I have my war goal over, I believe, Corsica. I believe it's so... Oh no, it's just an annex war goal. Okay, that's good. Call in our unexistent... Ah! Holy shit, what is that noise? Well, let's just go in. We are at war with France. They're gonna call in all their allies. And I also have my Air Force kind of ready. There's a lot of planes around, but I don't think I'm going to be able to do much with those. I'll try though. Mostly because I'm just so very scared of So very scared of getting my Air Force wrecked. I would like to save them for the fight against Britain. So that should be enough to get air superiority over France. Or at least southern France. I probably should have done that before splitting off. That would have been a whole lot less clicks. But still, got those ready. I still have some more fighters around just in case I need support with the home front, the Northern Italy aircraft front, because there might be enemy planes trying to do very nasty bombings of my territory. I don't want that to happen. Okay, so I guess we should decrease the speed to speed 3 and go. Of course, they call in everybody, and we are engaged across the whole front. Of course, let's actually put this guy doing that. And we are having problems because the French have tons of forces. But we're gonna try to answer the best way possible. And there's already naval battles, interesting. So let's see if we can take Slovenia. Can we? I'm not sure we can. Because the Slovenians appear to have a lot of stuff. Let's see if that would work. No, that wouldn't, because it's mountains. Russia wants to send 20 volunteers. Thanks. That is useful. That is indeed very useful. What about the Navy? So here's the British Navy trying to do things, but it looks like they're gonna get wrecked, which is good. Afghanistan also wants to send their troops. Very nice. Our troops are doing pretty much well everywhere against France, which is exactly what I was hoping for. Okay, so we're now starting to get our first breakthroughs in Mulhouse. Nice. So we're gonna try to move through as much as possible. Slovenia, I hope that they're gonna attack me so that I can actually fight them well. This is a hills province, right? Yes, it is hills. So it shouldn't have too many problems for our mechanized. So I'm gonna try to send my mechanized to Trieste. Just to get them ready to fight. And we just smashed the British Navy in the Mediterranean, which is great. And our fleet took next to no damage. Very good. Right now we're losing in the south, but that was expected. I'm not gonna go ahead and say that that was part of the plan, but it's still something that I wasn't really well, confident that it wouldn't happen. Latvia joined NATO. Uh-oh. Scary. You should be attacking there. Yeah. So what about the air situation? Oh, look at that. 1,000 enemy bombers. That is exactly what I was thinking. In France, we have air superiority. Looks like we're winning. Okay. And yeah, now I think it's time to activate my interceptors. Which is going to take a while, because there's a lot of them. In the meantime, also bringing in my fighters seems to be a pretty good idea. Actually, it's only enemy bombers so far. So if I just activate my fighters, we should be able to smash the enemy bombers quite easily. And oh boy. So France is charging through. And because of that, I'm gonna take a lot of forces off Slovenia. And I don't have a commander for them, but I can put this guy, who was previously here holding the fort against these guys, just in case they tried anything weird. Romania joins NATO as well. That might be pretty bad. And so we beat the Spanish and British navies, and we also beat the French one. So these stats going pretty well. Okay, things are going very well in the north. Well, maybe not very well, but decently well. So we're pushing through in some areas. That's good enough. Okay. Ooh boy, that's the big battle. And it's a storm. No, wait, what? Clear. Oh, that's because my aircraft carriers aren't in yet. And oh god. What about if it was clear? So why are my planes? Oh, I guess that's just the modifier of them being. Oh shit. Very nice. So we're smashing their missile cruisers. At least my navy's doing well. And here comes more British ships to the slaughter. Submarines, along with a missile cruiser. And they go down, just like everybody else. You attack there. You push ahead to Strasbourg, because we want that crucial city. And you continue pushing ahead like that. Some Luxembourg forces are trying to stop us from taking Strasbourg, but we're gonna stop them from stopping us. I know that that makes no sense, but just bear with me. I'm also gonna continue advancing there. I do not want you to waste your lives there. I just want my cities defended. Who's doing what? Somebody's trying to do some stupid attacks that I don't really care for. Good. And Slovenia is not attacking. Our motorized might be able to defend that area by themselves. How's the air war going? So their aircraft are taking huge losses, which is very good. However, it seems like our airplanes are starting to prevent our troops from getting bombed, which is exactly what I wanted to see. We still have some enemies in eastern France as well. So could use the interceptor for that, but I think I'm gonna just redirect some fighters from southern France. Now, I'm gonna take like you, and you. Send you on over to East France. That's half of the fighters, and that should be enough to defend my lovely ground troops from further enemy attacks. I'm also gonna deploy 100 close air support fighters, or close air support aircraft from the stockpiles, because I shouldn't need more planes for my ships. In the meantime, it doesn't really look like we got invaded anywhere. There are some potential naval invasions. In fact, it looks like the French are trying one. I'm guessing that this is a French attempt, but it's not working. There's a naval invasion up here. But all these areas should be well defended by my ships. Naval combat and dangerous naval invasion. Yeah, I have my Marines holding the fort in Venezuela. And these French forces shouldn't be able to do much. I've got my Marines on a hold command, so they should be able to hopefully deal with it themselves. And then after they're done, and well, rather after we're done with Europe and we have that secured, we can send our fleets over and hopefully use these islands in the Caribbean as a base to invade the US, if that is even possible. Not really sure, but we're gonna try. So in the south, things aren't going quite as well as they could be doing. I'm gonna try to protect Genoa at all costs, although there seems to be a very, very good opportunity to cut through the enemy defenses on the flanks and surrounding a lot of forces. So that should be our priority right now. In the meantime, in the central areas, they're also pushing through. Very good. Then I'm gonna try to cut them off by pinning them against the border with Germany, which should be doable. So right now, our forces in the southern part of France are pushing on through. I'm just gonna have them be on the offensive the entire time. I want them to be very much unable to do much to protect themselves. Problem is, it seems like our forces don't really have the necessary strength to punch through. Okay, that was really good. So we're still smashing their navies quite easily, actually. I thought it would be harder. Just goes to show that building a good navy goes a long way. Let's see if I can do things like this. I can maybe attempt to take out these guys instead. Here comes the foreign volunteers. Let's try to push against this pocket of enemy troops and against this pocket as well. Polish fleets as well, they are absolutely no match. It makes absolutely no matter. And you, I'm not sure what you are doing. Oh, you need to repair. So I guess you fought a very hard battle against some fleet. But our Eastern Mediterranean forces are still doing pretty well. Or Western Mediterranean forces. Right now there's a bit of a problem. It seems like our central contingent is having problems. Because of the increased demand of troops for the front right here. Let's see if we can indeed surround Genoa. Okay, very good. So one other good thing about this is that we're capturing their forts, so when they counterattack into the forts, you're going to take additional casualties. Send reinforcements to there, please. In fact, I'm going to stop the plans, because that doesn't seem to be working out too well for us. Very nice. How's the air war going? Oh boy. Tons of enemy planes. But it seems like in the areas where our air force is present, we're starting to gain air superiority, although that's not good. So we're gonna need to redeploy more fighters into there to ensure that we can win that. In the meantime, that's going really well. The enemy bombers, 600 of them were shot down, but we're fighting against the NATO air forces, so the amount of bombers that they can bring through against our positions are going to be greatly superior to our ability to intercept them. Ooh, well that's not good. So there's a Polish navy fucking us up. Wow, that's one hell of a Polish navy. Please retreat. Okay, so we lost a couple of ships that we didn't really want to lose. Well, that's interesting. Polish navy doing quite well there. So we've retaken Genoa at least, so that gives us quite a bit of superiority for some things. Let's detach the damaged ships. Enabled. Please split off the damaged aircraft carriers. Cancel the repair task. And then split you off and split you off. And also split you off. Whoa! Fuck you! Well, whoever was that was so fucking loud! Holy shit! So they nuked Rome. Fucking hell, man. Oh, time to repair. I'm guessing more are coming. I am guessing more are coming because, well, they have France. That's a nuclear power. They have the United Kingdom. They're a nuclear power. The United States. So all those places have nukes. And then somebody else might just have nukes as well, and I may not know that. I don't have nukes on that. That's ugly. Right, I wasn't expecting that, because normally the AI doesn't really go up to research nukes, or you can finish that before, you can finish off their research before. And, well... Oh right, I actually completely forgotten. We're at war with Egypt too. Are we? No. What? Isn't Turkey in NATO? Yes, they are. But they didn't call in Egypt, despite the fact that it's their puppet. Oh well. We're gonna take them out. Mostly just because I want to finish off Egypt. Oh, you absolutely need to stay to port site. Well, whatever, who gives? Because my forces that are coming in are going to rescue that. Yeah, because I would just want to finish them off. I even had my armored brigade in there. Speaking of armored brigades, why am I not training another one? Lack of equipment? Really? Mechanized and infantry equipment. Well, I have a ton of mechanized brigades that I'm not going to be able to train. So get all these. Stop building those so that we have the bare minimum, and then the rest goes into replenishing our very strained forces. But at least our forces are doing really well. So pushing up into pretty much all areas of France. Problem is the French are putting up a very, very fierce resistance. We still have our forces patrolling about, right, do we? Yes, we do. Oh, enemy air superiority. Really now? They have 900 fighters in there. They've stopped doing that. They've stopped bombing me in southern Italy. Looks like they're focusing their efforts on northern Italy. And wait, what? Oh, the Russians. So the Russians are attacking here. But the Slovenians are strong. Although the Russians actually have a huge advantage because their guards' tanks aren't getting penetrated by the Slovenian troops. Wonder if this is gonna help. No, probably not. I'm pretty sure I told you to go ahead and fight them. Oh, hold on. Search and destroy. Yeah, weird. Okay, so now we can resume our offensives in the southern part of our country because the enemy forces there are much weaker than they used to be. Probably they've redeployed a few troops to the north. Good. So who's giving France volunteers? Because oh yeah, I thought so. I thought I saw a German division. Yep, medium tank. So the Germans, while having left NATO, clearly aren't happy with what we're doing. And for that, I'm gonna make sure to destroy them as soon as possible. Yeah, poor Polish destroyer. And Polish Navy, dude. Very strong. More French ships going down, and that was... well, that was very useless, by the way. You've just nuked a bunch of sheep. Good job, NATO. You've nuked a bunch of sheep. That's the only thing that is there, actually. Sheep and cheese. As every Italian knows. Well, pretty good beaches, too. And very funny people. Sardinians are weird as fuck, though. They're like the Highlanders of Italy. Like as in the Scottish Highlanders of Italy. That's why I said the sheep, because they have sheep and they speak weird. So they're essentially like the Highlanders of Italy. The French have tons of tanks, actually, and that's not working out for them too well. Although we cannot pierce them, which is ridiculous. How many anti-tanks do we have? Oh, we have a really low amount of anti-tanks. Despite the fact that I thought that we were preparing for the anti-tank need. I guess we weren't. Oh wow, really? I've managed to run out of artillery? No. I do have artillery, still. I don't know what you're talking about, dude. Somebody get into Nancy and help them out. Very nice. Things are going better than expected. Well, in some areas. Are we rocketing them? Yes, we are. Good. So I'm guessing that their stuff is very damaged. Very nice. So maybe soon they're going to run into supply problems. Who knows? Oh, look at that. We've got so many troops in Corsica. That's going to be so awesome once they can't do anything. Well, they technically already can't do anything because of our navy. Wait, what? Oh, right. Those are the ships that are repairing. So how are Luxus looking? 138,000 versus France getting how many? 272,000. So at least we're making them bleed quite heavily. How are they on? Oh, so they're on service by requirement, so they're very, very heavily mobilized. Hopefully their industry is taking a beating. Let's try to push up to Nice, because I see that my forces in the south of, well, what is going to be soon Italy, are very well positioned. And so I think my huge horde is going to be able to advance right up to Nice, and at least do some damage to the French industry. If we can go ahead and take Marseille, and then head for the Pyrenees, that should distract the French quite a lot. But that's going to be happening in the next part. I want to thank you for watching, hope you've enjoyed Millennium Dawn so far, and I'll see you soon.